do something that scares you every day. If you're watching this video, you'll be able to see the goggle marks that I've got on my eyes still, because I just came back from swimming at 𝗂𝗇thorpe Lake. So for those of you in York, it's in 𝗂𝗇thorpe, which is southwest of Pocklington, a little town not too far away. And we went outdoor open water swimming today because right this second it's the only way to go swimming. None of the pools are open, and it was a good way to get back into swimming. It's been best part of February, March, April, May, June, almost 6 months since I last swam, and it was scary. I mean, it would have been one thing to get back into the pool straight away, but it was on another level to don the wetsuit and go out there and swim in the open water, because you can't see anything. It's so disorientating, or it can be disorientating, when your face is down in the water and you're trying to do your breathing, you're trying to do your arms and stuff, and just stay afloat. So the first lap, I've got to say, was a bit of a struggle because I wasn't relaxed, because it was scary, because it was challenging, because it was something that I hadn't been used to doing for almost half a year now. So do something that scares you every day. It doesn't have to be open water swimming, it doesn't have to be bungee jumping, it doesn't have to be anything big, but it does, I think, have to challenge you. Okay, so scary can be defined in many different ways, and it's whatever you define it as, but I think it's got to be something that challenges you, that makes you a little bit uncomfortable or a lot uncomfortable. But the magic, the growth happens when you do that. Okay, so now I've got over the initial fear of getting back into the lake. I'm now eager to go and do it again. Whereas if I hadn't got over that fear and just kind of bit the bullet and went out there and swam, then I would, one, have to wait until the pool's open, the indoor pools, and two, I wouldn't get the benefit of feeling as good as I do now after having swam best part of a mile tonight. So one, my appetite is up. Two, I'm a little bit smug because we got the swim done. That was my workout for the day, tick. And it was definitely something that scared me. So ask yourself, what can you do? Like today, you know, it's now 7:30. You may still have opportunity to scare yourself in some way, shape or form between now and bedtime. Otherwise, ask yourself, what can you do tomorrow to scare yourself? Or what can you do to challenge yourself? Maybe that's a better way of putting it. Not necessarily to scare yourself, but what can you do to challenge yourself tomorrow, or for the rest of this week, or by the end of this week? Just one thing. What can you challenge yourself with? Because that's where the growth happens, right? That's where you get uncomfortable, and then you prove to yourself, you realize that all those fears that you had were unjustified or unfounded. They didn't actually come to fruition. It didn't actually happen that when I got into the water, a big massive shark came up to eat me from the depths of the lake, or that I was going to drown, or that I wouldn't be able to swim and I'd look silly kind of flailing around. Fears like that. Or, well, if you're not going to be swimming, obviously not fears like that, but all of the fears that come up for us when we stop ourselves or talk ourselves out of doing something that is going to challenge us are usually things that we've, one, given power to enough power to actually stop us in our tracks from doing that thing. And one way of thinking about it is, when it comes up that you're anxious and you are nervous and fearful about doing this thing that you're about to do, just think, like, in the body, the same feelings that you get, the shortness of breath, the sweaty palms, the elevated heart rate, all of those things that happen when you are scared or when you're fearful are the same things that happen when you're excited. So how about treating this thing that you're going to do, which is going to be challenging, as something that is exciting, that you're going to get to do, as opposed to looking at it as something scary and something that you're going to have trepidation over, I guess, right? So what one thing are you going to do this week that challenges you, that scares you, that makes you uncomfortable? Because if you continue doing the same things over and over again, you're going to stay comfortable. If you want to stay comfortable, fab, you do you, continue. If you want to do something different, and if you want to get different results and feel a different way and be a different person and just act and have a different life, if you want to be that way, if you want that kind of change, it's going to come from you doing something that challenges you, okay? So pick one thing, stick it in your diary, tell as many people as possible that you're going to do this thing, and then get it done. And you will surprise yourself by getting it done, by really jumping out, or maybe taking a running jump at that comfort zone and properly jumping out of it. What's the worst that can happen, right? What is the worst that can happen? So what are you going to do to challenge yourself this week?